5-minute rounds. Introducing our first pro fighter, Nathan Maness.
Nathan Maness, a guy who is looking to go from making this his part-time job to his full-time career, I would imagine. 7-0, 11-0 including amateur. Trains at Tag MMA with the likes of Josh Stanley. He's trained for 5 years. He can go the distance or he can finish you. But if he wants to take that next step, I would imagine that a win over Marc McDonald could help launch him there.
Albemarle, North Carolina. All my family's from Albemarle, North Carolina.
Really?
Yep. If you're a Plyler, you're related. It's unfortunate.
McDonald was a very heralded amateur fighter. I think he was something like 10-3 as an amateur, out of G-Force, wrestled in high school, and then started training MMA right out of high school because he missed wrestling so much. In his outside of MMA, he works as a corrections officer, so there's not going to be a lot thrown at him that he hasn't seen.
Right. Nothing that intimidates him.
In the insanity of a jail. Won 2 of his last 3 fights and has kind of returned to his finishing form of late.
Absolutely. Once again, G-Force, great camp.
A couple of young pros too, which is good to see.
Here we go. Just to give a shout out to the guys at G-Force also. I ran a nonprofit for 20 years, and those guys would send fighters to the gym and work with the kids and all that stuff. It was a really cool experience. Quite a few gyms did that.
MMA Championship. And this is a pro fight scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first in the red corner. He stands 5'10", weighing 145 pounds. Fighting out of Henderson, Kentucky, he represents Tag MMA with a record of 7 wins and no losses. Nathan Mayhem Maness. And in the blue corner, he's 7'9", weighing 145 pounds. Fighting out of Maness, Ohio, he represents Team G-Force with a record of 3 wins, 2 losses. Marc Unstoppable McDonald.
ladies and gentlemen. 3 5-minute rounds.
Maness McDonald. Big implications for both men. Maness could be looking at Bellator, UFC offers with a win. McDonald with a win gets a victory over an undefeated, a man who's never tasted defeat in amateur or pro MMA. Maness scores with a few strikes early, blocks a head kick from McDonald.
Both look very composed.
Just incredible use of underhooks there from Maness. He saw the shot coming, immediately got the underhook in. McDonald switches to a front headlock. And look at that, Maness. Maness with a big slam, not just a slam. He carried him the length of the cage.
To his corner.
Carried McDonald the length of the cage to his corner so he could hear the tag MMA corner.
Absolutely. Good thinking, good coaching. Half guard. Marc McDonald needs to start moving his hips.
Looks pretty complacent right now, breathing heavily too as he labors to get up. McDonald, that is.
He's getting those hips moving now.
Maness just tying McDonald up on the ground in his corner. I'm sure he's happy to be here.
Absolutely. Coaches getting to listen to the coaches.
Maness is having trouble moving and then retaining that half guard.
Absolutely.
Because McDonald, as we just saw, well, as I was saying that, Maness took side control.
Yeah. McDonald's trying to get out.
Now
knee on
Maness
belly.
working the mount, but McDonald scrambles, and we are back in that half guard.
Controlling the wrist. Trying to get.
McDonald has the right arm of Maness tied up. Now pulls himself in close. Maness makes him pay a little bit with strikes to the head, strikes to the ribs. Then McDonald goes to an elbow, which is legal in the professional fights.
2 minutes left in the round.
Couple of good
Maness
punches
has been,
from
yeah.
Maness.
Maness has been really pressuring McDonald. He disengaged and re-engaged immediately. Listening to his corner.
They are right in front of us.
Absolutely. Maness put some pressure.
Maness starting to throw those elbows, nasty elbows to the head of McDonald. Going right back
McDonald's
to the
got
body
to
with punches.
square his body up, start working his hips out. Maness is putting good pressure on his hips, keeping McDonald from being able to move.
Maness really punishing the body of McDonald on the ground. And he has, or they both have 1 minute remaining. Gotta imagine McDonald happy to ride this out while Maness grinds on top.
47 seconds left in
Really
the round.
punishing McDonald on the ground. Maness controlling the high school wrestler McDonald on the ground. And that is McDonald's strong suit.
Absolutely. Maness is putting some good pressure on him. 10 seconds left in the first round.
And now after round one, the question isn't who won the round, could you score that a 10-8 for Maness? Because at no point did McDonald threaten during that round. It was domination from bell to bell from Maness.
Not too much major damage, but he's scoring points consistently.
Playing McDonald's game too. That has to be frustrating for McDonald.
Seconds to get out. Round two, getting ready to get started.
Maness, McDonald, round two. Maness looking to move to 8-0 as a professional fighter. McDonald trying to make it 4-2. Nice leg kick from Maness. Maness looks fresh as a daisy.
He's stalking McDonald.
Switching up those kicks, going to the head, going to the body, going to the legs. Not only that, switching legs. You never know which leg and which body part that leg is going to attack.
Ooh.
From Maness.
He's steadily getting into his groove and in his pace. Getting the timing down, too.
It's a damned if you don't, damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for McDonald, because when he moves, Maness is kicking to wherever McDonald circles to. Right. Whenever he stops, Maness is throwing a head kick. There, McDonald lands a few nice strikes, but slips and ends up on his back again. And if you're Marc McDonald, you got to be thinking, what can I do? Even when I land a few strikes, I end up on my back.
Maness has got those hips down, chest pressure.
This was the story of the first round as well, but Maness was a little more active from the top, throwing strikes, elbows, and he goes to it now. Rains down about a half dozen strikes to the head of McDonald.
Yeah, Maness is he's transitioning well.
I would imagine elbows aren't too far from happening from Maness. Elbows and knees, as we just saw, but
you need to take advantage of him in the professional fights. Right now, you can take that left hand, post on his forehead, and
McDonald throwing a few of his own from the bottom because why not?
Right.
We even see Maness throwing in some shoulder butts. Now we may not see the elbows as much. McDonald has Maness's left arm tied up. He'll look to work that out.
Almost spun around the north-south. That would not have been a very good.
He's going for it there, too. Went for it again. There was the elbow.
Yeah, Maness has got McDonald just pinned down.
Wraps McDonald up. McDonald
gets that
fighting
body
it off.
around. Here he goes. That's it.
Tap, tap, taparoo. Nathan
Great
Maness.
grappling. Great
Nathan
grappling by
Maness.
Maness.
Nathan Maness moves to 8-0 as a pro fighter.
8-0.
You got to imagine he's going to be calling for a 145-pound professional title from Premier MMA Championship pretty soon.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, fight fans. 4 minutes and 10 seconds into the second round. Referee Big John House stops this fight and sees the tap out to the Darce choke. Your winner and remaining unbeaten, Nathan Mayhem Maness.
Maness just
One to watch.
Maness just slapped that Darce on. That is a guy you are going to be seeing on an even bigger stage.
Yeah,
before
consistent
long.
pressure. Did very well. On to our main event of the evening. Professional welterweight title.
Chris Curtis, who we'll be seeing soon, another guy who was very close to getting that call. That call being from the UFC, not from Billy Donovan. Nobody wants to get that call. As long as, I mean, they do for Premier MMA Championships, not just like recreationally.
Right.
or
Hey, how you doing,
socially.
Fred? Yeah.
Nobody wants that call from Billy Donovan.
All right.